in Shania Twain's. I met Shania Twain before she really made it too in Newark. And that's a story. Newark, New Jersey.
Okay.
Shania Twain, you know who she is?
Oh yeah.
She's
yeah.
great, man. She went ballistic on me twice, and then become friends. And I walked out without telling her goodbye. But anyway,
What was the song you kind of gave her?
I gave her all the words to "Whose Bed Your Boots Been Under." And that was funny because she kept asking me. I was talking to these girls in there, and she wanted to know which one was my girlfriend, and then she knew if I knew any singers. A lot of them I didn't even remember these, you know. I would watch a lot on YouTube, and then when I hear the lyrics, I can go back. But the song "Don't Be Stupid" and "That Don't Impress Me Much" was all about what happened when I met her, and I could tell you the whole story.
Do.
And well, man. And anyhow, every time I told her about some girl I knew, she wanted to know if that was my girlfriend. So finally I told her, I said, what you want to know is whose bed my boots been under lately, and she broke up laughing. She said, I can't believe you said that to me. And then I did whose bed, I did the lyrics to that song, most of them, probably all of them.
Mm-hmm. I've never heard, I'm not a Shania man.
Okay, that was I met her. She was singing, and James Taylor was with a band, and they were down in like what they call it, enclave down below, and she was up, and she was come off. She quit. She was going down to see them or sit with them, and I stopped her. I asked her if she mind sitting with me for a couple of minutes. So she accepted, and I told you about it. I was ribbing her, you know, I got ragging her doll. So she was kind of irritated. And then when I started doing, anyhow, whenever they quit singing, you know, I guess it was on a jukebox or a sound thing in there, that songs came on. I don't even know what I wonder if she knows. And I told you about the girls that were leaving, and I said, oh, they missed out. And she said, why? I said, I was going to go sit and talk to them. She said, oh, you're so vain. And there was a song playing. I said, yeah, you probably think this song's about you. You're so vain. She started laughing. She got a pat on. She said, keep going. I did. And I could tell you about it. What part of it? You familiar with the words? I can tell you how old it was. That's in verbatim almost.
Right. I'm not absolutely, I mean, it was such a great song. She's got such an amazing voice that I just always liked the song, but I never really, the controversy.
And I told you, it said your carpet was apricot. No, it was your carpet or your platform. I told you about talking to the guy about Africa, and I didn't want to go. I told you I had all dirty clothes on, wrinkled up,
and that's where the
you looked into the mirror like you were walking onto a yacht. You had one eye in the mirror to watch yourself evolve.
Right, and that wasn't your scarf. It was apricot. It was your
carpet or platform. I was Africa, not apricot. And she might not have heard what I said. There was noise, there was people, it was in the casino, and the jukebox was playing.
Right. Okay.
Or she just put that, I don't know. But your carpet was Africa. I was talking to that guy, he spent a month in Africa, and I was one place, and
I
always wanted to go and see.
Before I check the thing, make sure how much time I got on that one. Rising Sun, give me the details.
Okay, that's one. That's where women of questionable character hung out, and I was on a ship parked down on the Mississippi River, and these guys told me. This one guy told me, yeah, they got a taxi. We were way down below New Orleans. Was a tanker dock, and they was talking to him. He's telling me about they went over, and it was all Japanese girls working in it, questionable character, and. Anyhow,
damn. Really? Japanese girls in New Orleans?
Oh yeah, well they're all over the world. But
that's true.
This was that's just, Japan's called about the rising sun or something. And that's what the name of the bar was.
The House of the Rising Sun.
Yeah, and of the ruin of many a good man, and Lord, I know I'm one. That's one I wasn't there. I probably would have went with them if I knew they was going. But
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
okay.
Then I just,
About what year? When was that?
That was in the '60s.
Okay. Not specific. But you were not in the military.
I was with Sun Oil. I was on one of their tankers.
So it was before '67.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I think the Animals did it.
Yeah, Eric Burdon and the Animals. That was their first big, major hit.
Yeah. I also did The Eve of Destruction and The Nowhere Man. I mean,
Well, Nowhere Man was the Beatles,
no, it wasn't the Beatles.
wasn't it?
They may have took credit for it, but it wasn't the Beatles that did it. I gave that to a.
He's a real Nowhere Man, sitting in his Nowhere Land. Is that the
Making
one?
plans for no one. Yeah, that's it. It wasn't the Beatles. I'm telling you, probably most of the songs the Beatles took credit for, they didn't do.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Simon and Garfunkel. I told you I gave Garfunkel the first one, Homeward Bound. I did The Gambler. I did Sound of Silence, and I can tell you what they're about.
Okay.
And you know,
right.
this is totally unbelievable. But
Okay. Eve of Destruction. I don't remember who did that one. I remember the song.
I think it was the only hit he had.
Who?
The Eve of Destruction, and that was the same people I gave Nowhere Man. This is how the song started. I was talking to one of the band members. The rest of them were real friendly, and he was in a bad mood and didn't want to talk to me. And I asked him where he was from. He said, nowhere. I said, where you going to from here? And he said, nowhere. Well, I got the hint he didn't want to talk to me, so I was talking to the rest of the band, and I referred to him as Nowhere Man, and I did the words to that.
Okay.
And he liked it. That when he got real friendly after he'd seen that, isn't he a bit like
He
you
knew
and
that
me?
there was a million selling record.
Probably, yeah. I don't know.
That single was huge. Well, Eve of
And
Destruction.
Eve of Destruction, because I used to read a lot of news things.
Yardbirds?
Even the Jordan River got bodies floating. I did the Eve of Destruction too. That was the same band.
Okay.
But it don't matter. What you see that they took credit because,
Okay.
you know.
I'm just trying to make sure I got the right song.
Yeah.
Okay. How about, well, all right, let's see. Jolene.
That was Jody was a girl's name. I gave that to Dolly Parton.
Whereabouts? Where were the...
I think it was at Tahoe, and that
Okay.
would have been, yeah. I would say it had to be about late 60s, 68 I got out. I'm almost sure, and I'm not 100%.
Okay.
And that's, I said I was a mink rancher, and one of the things
A what?
about a mink rancher, I did work on a mink farm. When I
Okay.
was about
Okay.
11, 12, but
It has to come from somewhere.
and I was telling him it's in there. Your voice is like a breath of spring. A breath of spring is a type of mink. They're real pretty brown. And they got white under their neck, and that's how that got in. You know,
Okay,
that's
all right.
that guy. He didn't believe me, and I started. He said, "Man, you can't make this stuff up." You know, I was telling him about a lot of these songs.
Okay. All right. Piano Man, Billy Joel.
Did that in Rio de Janeiro, and I think it was Christine Brinkley. See, if we could get up with her, I don't know how that breakup went, but boy, he was a jerk. I mean, he was so jealous because me and her was doing the song, and all he put in it was microphone smells like a beer. I did the rest, and he kept saying, "Oh, I have a short span of attention." He was just, you know, so I didn't even stay to listen. They came in as I was leaving into the bar,
Okay.
and
What was the name of the bar?
the what?
What was the name of the bar?
Gee, I have no idea. I've been there a number of times, and
Yeah,
about the
40 years ago. Yeah.
How many years?
40 or 50.
Yeah. You know, it's a wonder I can remember anything, to be honest with you.
All right. All right. Quinn the Eskimo. I don't remember who did that, but that was a great song.
I did that in Vietnam. It was the guy, he was Eskimo. His name was Guy or something like that, but I made it Quinn sounded better. And he was a hustler, you know. I met him in New York when I was going to get my license, my third engineer's license.
Okay. Now, the common thing is that was written about that movie star, Anthony Quinn.
No, it wasn't written
Nothing to do with him at all.
Nothing at all. I didn't even know who Anthony Quinn is, though. I called him Quinn, veteran side, the Eskimo. Quinn the Eskimo sounded better.
Okay. All right.
And another one, the Osmonds, when their theme song, I'm a Little Bit Country, I did that too. Did I tell you about that?
No.
Yeah. I met I met the Osmond brothers and Donnie and Marie in Tahoe. That was
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was Tahoe after I got out of the Army, and anyhow, they were practicing on stage, and man, I said, these kids are great. And I seen these guys all sitting around with suits. I didn't know who the Osmond brothers were, but they had one song they told me that I really liked, and I don't remember what it was, but we were the only ones there. It was, they were just practicing. And anyhow, I figured they were some kind of, kin or something, because they're all in there with suits on, and these two kids
And
up
they all
there.
kind of look the same.
Well, yeah, but anyhow, I gave Marie Paper Roses, and she sang a song, Paper Roses. That's a funny story too.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, she was real shy. I don't know. It's maybe 11, 12 years old. And
Okay.
Donnie, he was pretty outgoing,
All right.
but she was real shy. And I said, and I was sitting at the table we were watching, and then they come down and they were sitting with us because I'm at the table with her brothers. And I couldn't get Marie to talk. I'm stupid. I said, something. I said, well, what do you think about that funny face? And she just started bawling. I said, oh my God, I'm sitting with them. So this woman was
crying?
selling, what?
You called her funny face, and she started
Oh,
crying.
she started bawling, and I was like, oh my God, I'm with her brothers, I'm gonna get my ass kicked, But anyhow, this woman was selling flowers, and they were like, I don't know, they were beautiful flowers. I called them paper, but they might have been, what's that other stuff they make? They weren't real anyhow. But anyhow, she was selling, I think it was about $8, $10 a piece, and I told her to take that whole bouquet and give it to that girl that's crying over. And I said, well, why is she crying? I said, them guys been teasing her. She went over and jumped on the Osmond brothers, and she's consoling Marie. And anyhow, she did a song, Paper Roses, and then she had after that,
Now, the lyrics to that were yours, or the inspiration?
the lyrics were all no. Paper Roses is none of my lyrics.
Okay, but the inspiration was
Yeah,
those
I bought
paper
her
roses.
paper. I told her she loved them roses. They were beautiful, and I said, "That ain't just paper, Marie. Throw them things away." And then she had like one of them long coats on. I'm not colorblind, but between yellow and orange and deep blue and purple, I have a problem. And I asked her if her coat was deep blue purple or was it blue or was it purple, and she said a song, Deep Blue Purple. Paper Roses was her first debut song.
Okay.
And she sings, she's knocking about the paper roses. She's knocking the guy that give them to her, if you listen to the lyrics.
I'm not.
Dan, no, this is funnier yet. So I felt bad,
Right.
But anyhow, she was cool and everything. And I went and I met Diana Fargo in another lounge at a casino, and I gave her Funny Face.
Never heard of
That
it.
was a big song. Funny Face, I Need You. Funny Face, I Love You. Funny Face, Won't You Always Be Mine.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, she did that song. That was her probably only big hit too.
Okay.
Well, I lost.